55-name preliminary Algeria squad rumoured to be released. I reckon this is about 99% accurate. This is from the Algerian television stations. This is the 55-name list. Now, Petkovic has submitted it, and if someone comes out of nowhere and does amazing things in the next 2 weeks and they're not on the list, he can't take them. You saw what happened in the Arab Cup with Abada. Abada was so good in the Arab Cup, but he couldn't go to the Africa Cup of Nations because he wasn't in the 55, whereas the likes of Bulbina and Burkan and Tugay and those sorts of guys, they could. Yusuf Attal. So here we are. 55 names is going to be cut down to 26 very, very soon. The deadline is the 1st of June, but it's going to be way before that, let me tell you. We're playing Holland on the 3rd of June, so the list is going to be published quite sooner than people anticipate. We've seen Bosnia, Sweden, many more start to name their lists. It's not going to be that long till we know the 26 going. And let me tell you, I'm telling you all now, whatever 26 it is, even if it was a Belali, but it's not, I'm going to back each and every one of these boys. I'm going to back them all. They're representing us, and I urge you here to do the same. We're not going to be slating anyone. I don't care if it's Zarouki, I don't care if it's Belali, I don't care if it's Benrahma, Mahrez, whoever. We're not slating anyone here. Whatever 26 come out of this, we back them. And we back them because if we're not going to back them, no one's going to back them. So, yeah, let's take a look at this list. And, I mean, there's a lot of names here that have really got no chance of going to the World Cup. When you look at it, really, like the goalkeepers, obviously Mandrea's not there. It's interesting even in the 55 who's not there. Mandrea, of course, the injury, I think it's a dislocated shoulder. He's out of the World Cup. I think many people actually wanted that. Lucas Zidane fit enough to make the list. Osama Ben Bort put his differences aside with Petkovic. That seems to have been healed. Remember, Ben Bort's the only player not to play at the AFCON that was in Algeria's squad. That's really important, especially given the injury concerns and injury worries surrounding other goalkeepers. I mean, right now, Zidane and Mastil, they're not exactly 100%, are they? And even Mastil at 100%, you never know what you're going to get with him because we're only seeing him with one game, with one cap. So yeah, you've got Murbah in there, you've got a lot of local keepers, you've got Yesli, you've got Balhafaya, you've got Sha'al, you've got Ramdan from Mouloudia, Gendouzi. You know, once upon a time, Gendouzi and Mandrea were always in the goalkeeping lists. They're not here, and rightly so. You've also got Kylian Belazouk, who was in the squad against Uruguay and Guatemala, but of course he's in Ren B team. He'll probably go as Zidane, Ben Bort, and he might well take Mastil, but he could put a cheeky Ramdan in there. It definitely Zidane and Ben Bort if fit. Number 1, number 2. I don't know if number 3 is a big deal, but of course you've seen before anything can happen. Especially if Lucas Zidane's jaw breaks again and Ben Bort has an argument again, all of a sudden the third goalie would be in. So you never know with this team. But look at the defenders. There's a lot of defenders here. Tuba, Benkara, Redouani, Van den Kerkhoff, Kasef, Nair, Tugay, Mandi, Abada, Bel'id, Shergi, Dorval, Aitnouri, Belgali, Hadjan, Bensabeni and Halemia. Again, is Tuba going to go? I don't know why coaches don't like Tuba. He nearly scored such a memorable goal. If Toko Ekambi hadn't have done that, we'd have been talking for Tuba, as we'd be talking about Anthony Yahya. It's absurd. You know, Tuba's playing for Rafa Benitez, by the way. He's no mug. I know he seems to change club and country every year, but still. Benkara, a top talent, just signed a new deal at Dortmund, but it's probably just one tournament too early. When he starts playing first-team football, inshallah, he will play some first-team football at Dortmund next season, or whether they loan him out, we'll wait and see. He's certainly going to be playing in World Cups in the future, that's for sure. Redouani won't go. Van den Kerkhoff at Charleroi in Belgium, playing with Titarawi there. He's hit a bit of form. I like Van den Kerkhoff. He's tall. He offers something different. I don't mind. Khasef won't go. Nair, maybe. Tugay, no. Mandy's been outstanding. And people need to accept Mandy right now is a far better defender than Rami Bensabeni is, by the way. Abada should go. Bel'id has been very good for me. Bel'id had a very good AFCON. Shergi, if fit, he'll go. Dorval has to go fit with the backup to Aitnouri. Belgali goes. Hadjem goes if he's fit. And Bensabeni, of course, goes. Halemia definitely doesn't go, I can tell you that from this list. Now into the midfield. And Benassa, for me, is so underrated. I think Benassa with one leg is better than Zorgan with 2 legs, if I'm being totally honest. I love Benassa. He saw the player of the tournament in the AFCON 2019. He was practically a kid. But the injuries are so sad, because not only would he be by far one of the best midfielders in Africa, of course at the AFCON he was in 2019, it'd be such a big club. You know, we're into AC Milan. It's only the injuries. I genuinely think it's just that knee. That knee is just gone. And unless he has life-changing surgery, that knee's gone. And it's a shame because it's cost him playing at Milan and it's cost him being a top talent at international level. Bentaleb's in here. Now, I think Petkovic and Bentaleb have fallen out since Sweden, since Strawberry Arena, since Stockholm. I don't know if Bentaleb's going to go. Victor Laghali could go, but I doubt it. Badawi definitely goes. Titraoui is probably 50-50. Abdelli has not played with Marseille. We love Abdelli. He's a good player, but he's not played with Marseille. And at some point, you've got to go, well, he's not playing. I can't take him. You can't take Abdelli if he's not playing. I think he should go, personally. I'd take him. But it's very hard to take a lad that hasn't been playing. Zorgan, you know my thoughts on him. You know, putting Instagram stories of his man of the match trophies. Yeah, great, mate. You're great for your club. But for your country, you've not done anything. Awar, underrated for me. Goes. Shaibi goes. Al-Shish, what a second half of the season he's had with Schalke. He's got promoted to the Bundesliga, I think. Al-Shish, I think, you know, he dabbled with France at the beginning, but he's still joined Algeria fairly early. Is it too little too late? I think Al-Shish could be the 27th name. The man that just misses out. But again, it's very hard to leave out Al-Shish. But if he goes as a left winger, he could sneak in. Mazza and Zerouki will almost certainly be going. There's been whispers Zerouki doesn't go. I'd be shocked. But what about if he did that, by the way? And Kandusi, he was fabulous. Again, another player, the lad at Lugano. The injury nearly got him. And is he going to be the same player when he comes back from injury? It could well be, again, one tournament too early for Kandusi. So obviously you've got the likes of Belaili, Yusuf Attal, not in the list. Of course, they won't be going to the World Cup. Now, the forward list is a lot of names here. A lot of names. You've got Baghdad Bunja. Now, I think Bunja should go. He really splits opinion, but I don't think we've got anyone like him. You need that physical striker. You missed it against Nigeria, and Petkovic surely learns from that. Now, he left him out against Uruguay and Guatemala, but that was to look at Xhaka, look at Bembouali. I think Baghdad will still end up going, and I think Baghdad is going to probably retire from international football after this World Cup, whether or not he plays it or not. Bulbina, he may have lost his spot. I know the Congo goal was magical and a magic moment, but he can't keep holding on to that. I think Bulbina's at risk of not going, but the lack of left wingers could save him. Amora, he'll go, but he's got to step up, man. He's nearly getting relegated at Wolfsburg. He's not scored for ages. And again, Amora, apart from one pass against Sudan, he had a poor AFCON. He's got to step up. It's all well and good being top scorer in the qualifier, and you've got to step up when it matters. Buatnani, another player I'm a big fan of, but not getting the game time. A top talent, but not getting the game time. And look at who's ahead of him in that right wing spot. Xhaka, he's going to be unlucky. He's very close to getting in, but every time we play a friendly, the coaches just don't play him. What do you want him to do for 10, 15 minutes? Like, I don't understand. When Mazza first came, you know, he was getting 10, 15 minutes off the bench, but then he got the starts. Xhaka's not getting the starts. I just want Xhaka to start a game. You can't judge him when he's not started a game. If he's not started him, he's probably not going to take him. It's a shame. He's scoring goals in wherever he is in Scandinavia, whether it's the best or worst club in Denmark, whether it's Norway, he scores goals. Monsef Bakray, he's scoring goals in Croatia, but he needs to start scoring for the national team because Bakray's had chances even when he was in New York. But national team level, I want him to do well. You know, I watched Zagreb, obviously, with Benassi there as well. I want him to do well. He's done very well there in terms of how Zagreb have done in this season. There might have been a Champions League next season, but he's got to do it in an international shirt. Brakan, no. Bembouali, I'd take him. He's been doing very well in Hungary, and people are going to criticise it because it's Hungary. Look, he's top of the table there. He's scoring goals there. He came on against Guatemala. Petkovic said to these guys, if you want to go to the World Cup, show me. And he took his chance, and I'd be taking Bembouali. I think Bembouali's done enough to go. Benrahma, you know, for the left-wing options we have, he's scoring goals. He's one of the most informed players in the Saudi Pro League at the moment. You know, you can't start criticising the lad. Whereas Ilan Cabal, I don't see the hype. What's he done for the past few weeks? I don't think Ilan Cabal goes, personally, and I don't think we'd miss him, unfortunately. A short king, maybe, but not for me. Guiri goes. Mahrez goes. Haj Musa goes. This is where it gets interesting. Balumi. What he's doing now, Balumi again is a top talent, but it's about the fitness. He can't play 90 minutes. I suspect he wouldn't start a game anyway because Mahrez always will, or Haj Musa if Mahrez doesn't. I think Balumi might end up playing his way in. Is that ACL going to affect him? And then he had another injury after that. Wouldn't shock me if Balumi went. Really wouldn't shock me if Balumi went. I could see it happening. Yassine Brahimi. Again, hat-trick in the Qatari Cup final. I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge fan of Yassine Brahimi. If he went, I wouldn't have a problem. Again, what left wingers are performing better than Yassine Brahimi at the moment? And Jamis from Frosinone, in Italy. He's been promoted to Serie A. Again, when he came on against Guatemala, he put himself in the shop window. He's given the coach a decision to make, a player from nowhere. Again, if he went, I'd back it. Like I said, there's some really tough choices here. I think the attack is good. I think the goalkeepers and the defence pick themselves. I think the midfielders 1 or 2 50-50s. The attack is going to be tough. That attack is going to make or break our World Cup. There's some tough choices to make in there, but we're going to wait and see. So, here we go then. There's your 55. Who do you think is going to sneak in? Who's your wild card? Who's going to be the 27th man and just miss out? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.